Okay. Now then, we're all trying to get through this pandemic together. We really are. And there's a lot of people uptight, and there's a lot of people on edge. There's a lot of people nervous. There's a lot of people anxious for good reason. And I want to be positive, right? I want to be somebody who is in front of this microphone for good, okay? And to bring us all together. I keep saying that we need to be socially distant, but also socially connected together. But then there are times where somebody says something so outrageous, I have to call them out. And in the sports world, that is now Oklahoma State head football coach Mike Gundy, who, I guess in a teleconference call yesterday, said this.
We need to get back to playing football for a variety of reasons if the medical people say we can. We don't need to let 1 or 2 months take that away from us. There's too many people that are relying on it. We got to have a plan, and so let's just stay on schedule. Everybody needs to relax, okay? And I'm not taking away from the danger of people getting sick. You have the virus, stay healthy, try to do what we can to help people that are sick, and we're losing lives, which is just terrible. But then the second part of it is that we still have to schedule and continue to move forward as life goes on and do everything we can to help those people.
He also said that these kids are, let me get the exact quote here. Need to call it up. Because he said
it
that
was preposterous.
Well, yeah, that's not the most preposterous part of it. He said, what's the harm in 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds possibly getting exposed to coronavirus? If they're healthy, it's all good, right? No, it's not all good, Mike. At any rate, we've got to get moving because paying salaries and, quote-unquote, continuing the economy in this state relies on somebody like Oklahoma State playing football. We all want to get the economy moving again. But 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21-year-olds are going to get this thing, and some of them die, Mike. Thank God we don't know how. Thank God we don't know how it does affect these kids in a way that many of them don't die. We need to know that, obviously, but thank goodness many of them aren't dying, but some of them are. You want your kid to play for Mike Gundy? You want to send your kid to Mike Gundy, where he will give you the caveat of, oh, yes, the healthcare professionals have to give a heads up. But you want to send your kid to a coach in the middle of a pandemic saying, let's open up. Let's get the kids here. They're young enough. I mean, that is the dumbest thing I've heard from any sports figure yet. We hear, Daily Show is just putting together all sorts of different people in the news who are saying this thing is just like the flu, which also he said to Mike Gundy. Okay. As a Power 5 athletic director told Yahoo Sports, anything you don't want your coach to say, he did a great job of saying it. This is living in a bubble and not understanding the world that we're in right now, is what he said. They are 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 years old, and they are healthy, and they have the ability to fight this virus off. If that's true, then we sequester them and continue because we need to run money through the state of Oklahoma. Yeah, you do, of course. We all got to get the economy moving again. But on the backs of 18 to 22-year-olds who may be asymptomatic and give it to your coaches, give it to you, Mike, give it to members of the staff. Schools are closed for a reason right now. What the hell is the matter? And again, as I said, the Daily Show calls a bunch of people that have been poo-pooing this, even today, saying that, the numbers of dead are less than the regular flu. Okay, then you go out and shake hands with everybody. You go about your life, okay? And so they've been calling people who have been just poo-pooing this thing off like it's no big thing, which we're now returning to, I guess. It's no big thing. It was no big thing, then it was a totally big thing. Now it's, not as bad, even though 2,000 people died yesterday and we're all sequestered living in our homes. Rightfully so. The Daily Show's been calling those people heroes of the pandemic. We found the head coach of the pandemic. His name is Mike Gundy. Hey, Mike. We're not putting 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22-year-olds on the practice field right now. We're not. You could say that if the healthcare professionals say no, then we won't do it. You're not going to do it. It's not happening right now. And the people of Oklahoma do need to have the economy going again, just like the other 49 states. We're not ready to do it. The whole world isn't ready to do it. And people like you saying this stuff gets everybody all antsy that perhaps we're not all on the same page. Because we need to be all on the same page to get through this faster than normal. And if we do it too soon because you think it's not as bad as the flu and you think that kids are strong enough to fight through it like it's a cramp, it creates much more discord than we all need right now. So we'll get back to Big 12 football when we can. And the great people of Oklahoma will have the economy opened up in a manner that's suitable. So we don't have to do this again, by the way, this fall. That we don't have to all go back to our homes again and live in quarantine again this fall because we do it too soon. Let's all do the right thing. We come here every day. We wipe our stuff down. We are far apart than what is being required of us. And then we go home and we stay home. And we ask each other, how are we feeling? Everybody good? Great. You're feeling fine? Great. Did you go out? Of course not. Great. See you tomorrow. So we're doing this here. We're all here saying, hey, we'll be here. We're raising our hands and doing it. And folks out there are saying, thank you for doing it. And we're like, great. As long as we're healthy, we'll do it. But we're not dragging in a bunch of people and say, hang out and do an Oklahoma state drill. Yeah, tackle that person. Jump on them. Sweat on them. Spit on them. What are you thinking? Spend enough time. And by the way, I'm 50. I'm a man. This is where I'm found. At Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.